Okay, so we are back. So yesterday we were working on this stuff. So we have improved the candle confidence so that it depends on close position, so that it has more. We take into consideration the close position. We also have refactor candle confidence into its components, so that later on it's easier to use this and that. And we are still missing the Fibonacci retracement logic split, so that it's not 0 or 1. And that's what we are going to do today, because otherwise. So here we have the main method, which is calculate DC trend 10 with RSI. And as always, we have the long trades, which is when the slope normalize is greater than 0, and we also have a slope normalize less than 0. Okay, so we're going to try to rewrite all of this such a way that we don't care too much about it. So let me see. How the hell do we do this so that it makes sense? So this was like true or false, so we want not to be these true or false, so we will see how I'm supposed to be turning this into something else. So this one is the long one, so let's talk to ChatGPT to see how it tells us to. Here it is. So okay, so here there is another excerpt of the method. This is another excerpt of the method. See code below. Can you can you please rewrite each one of these parts that return 0 when something it's not can you please rewrite each one of these parts that returns 0 when something it's not as we want to, so that it's a confidence value, different variable for each of the if sentences, statements. From 0 to 1, and the only if statement that makes sense to keep is this one here, because otherwise the stop loss would trigger immediately. Or in any case, you can double this if statement so that you can test how far or not you are from the stop loss. So we do not want something too close, so neither too close nor too far away from the stop loss. Okay, let's see what the hell does it do, and from there we will see how the hell do we do. Okay, so instead of doing the stuff, he's trying to explain. Quality, structure, clamp 01. We already have clamp. Oh, look at that. We are... This is using the half width, which I think we didn't use, so that it can, if you are just in the middle, is the perfect middle screen. Stop loss direction. Stop hat constant. Yeah. Stop list stops distance quality. Not too close, not too far. Very good instant. Maximum stop is the minimum stop 4 times. I don't know. It's greater than the max stop, then it's 0.3. Sweet spot in the middle. Balance, penalize. Late breakout above early high. Instead of killing the trade, measure how bad the breakout was. Late retrace below 50 tolerance. Long confidence. Optional flow to kill garbage setups. Long confidence. Yeah. This is not very... Okay, let's try to re-ask the question, but in such a way that I tell it what it has done wrong. So, oh, look at that. It says that it has been using... If I go here, I finally see that it has used 5.2, which is nice, the last model. So we have this conversation here. So so additional improvements. Each one of the confidence variables should start with FIP and end with conf. So that way we can have all of those confidence variables should multiply into a FIP conf variable, which I buy into FIP conf variable. That way we will see what we use or not, and assume you already have this helper implemented. So instead of creating your own helper, you already have a helper that we have somewhere, which is the clamp one. So there's the clamp. here it is. So that way we don't have to clamp. Maximum between the low and the minimum between whatever and the high. Okay. Sim, you already have this helper implemented. Yeah. This is the code which we have here. This thing did something else wrong. Def matter. Yeah, and then we need to. Okay, let's see what it does, and then later on we will see. Okay, so clean refactor, no hard return, whatever, yeah. Okay, look at that. Now we have a drop-in logic block, which is what I actually wanted to. I just wanted to copy and paste. Look at that. We can use a spreadsheet. So, Fibonacci levels, current price, whatever, clamp. Below zone, learning, penalize, stop loss, relative position. Yeah, this is the hard yes or no. Distance. Okay. No breakout above, early high, softened. No deep retrace below Fib stop. And this is the Fibonacci stuff. Okay, let's copy paste all of this and let's do it. So this is the one for 100 here. So wait, it's like here. And here, this is what we want to actually replace. You know what I mean? Okay, let me see if we can. So these are the Fibonacci levels which we have here, and this is going to be like that. And we are going to use them down there, and I want again to have each one of them individually, so that this is you know, better. And one of these is 0. Fib stop side conf, assuming, you know. So we actually want to take all of this and yeah, it should be just before the stock conf, isn't it? So it should be like here. Let me see. this should be like this. We can mark this also that these are the new values, which is nice. Okay. And we can also take all of these Fibonacci values so that it's actually close conf, a live chart, stop conf. What the hell is stop conf? It's not there, isn't it? We have forgotten to add stop conf, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's not an either of the two. So this is something that, yeah, the back wouldn't take a look at. So this is the back stop conf. So stop conf, we're going to put it here, just below close conf. So now we can use this thing here and just replace in close conf so that we have stop conf. Nice. And now let's try if we can do all of this into a nice close conf stuff here. Okay, so this is the new stuff that we want to add, be adding, and so on. Let me see if we can do any of this. So comma, 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 not this one. Okay, hopefully when we are done, it's like we can just copy and paste in the other one, and that's it. Okay, so now we have all of this. Now I'm going to ask for this to do the same thing for the negative one. So so when this is downtrend, it should be doing the same thing. So let's go. Let me see. Wait a second, please. Okay, so so let me copy the downtrend logic. Generate a drop in replacement adjusted for the downtrend. You were adjusted for short trades. You were doing long trades. I copy and paste the original excerpt for short trades. Hopefully this is good enough. and hopefully it doesn't mess it up too much. I think it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Breakout ratio. By the way, have I removed for the long stuff? Have I removed the fibconf? I have not. Yeah, this should be removed. I don't want something. I just want everything to be different variables. Okay, so now we are just going to copy and paste this. By the way, we already had this thing that I could copy and paste, and I did not do that. So this is the short code that we will be able to copy and paste. So this should be like here and here. So let's copy and so we have the Fibonacci stuff, and here, yeah. So all of this I can copy and paste from the other one. So we should be between close conf and stop conf. Close conf and stop conf. Okay. And now we should be able to just remove the Fibonacci confidence thing, which we don't need. But if we didn't do it like that, we would have had problems. So this is it. So now if you take a look at all of these, we have this stuff here. So what I want to be doing is to add the you know, maybe we want to add everything related to the Fibonacci levels. So this thing here, not the AL log. So I guess that this is not this thing here. Wait a moment. Are we missing something? So we have the multiplier here. Have I missed to save the file or something? Have I missed to add here? Yes, I have. So I have copy and paste these ones here, but not the ones that we have here. Look at that. So close conf and a stop conf. Close conf and stop conf. That's it. So we were missing that. So hopefully now it makes more sense. So we want this, not this thing here. And so this is going to be something like create I'm not sure how to call this. Wait a moment. Do it new make Fibo Fibo checks not so strict. That's it. So now what we have is just this thing about 18 JSON logs, which is going to be number 6. Later on, I think that we're going to squash all of this into one of them, and that's it. But we will see how it goes. So look at that. So now we should have a script that it's useful. So with all of this, we should have more trades. I mean, there's this thing about maybe we have more trades than what we need, than what we actually need. I don't know. Maybe there's some syntax problem. We will see. So let's merge in the 5 runners here so that we can run the API daemon and we can run the main script here. Wait a second, maybe we can start over the run one log thing, because yeah, wait a second. So I'm going to cancel this thing here, and we are going to start from scratch. So let's try to check this file. Let's open the API daemon. Now let's run the run one. Okay, so now we are, you know, we are doing this thing. We can check this, but there's no movement because there are no players in the. Nobody's trading because you know, Christmas holidays is very, it's here. Okay, so yeah, we're waiting to see anything in here. Hopefully it says that it has done everything and it doesn't need to do anything else. Let's switch to 5 minutes to see if there's anything that seems like a retracement. Oh, look at that, we have like 4 trades for long, and oh, look at that, it has crashed. So this is very nice that it has crashed. That way we can do something. Fail to price me. What the hell has happened here? So there has been one of them that it's range, but the other ones are trend. So we probably have more trades that we need to have. So this says fail to place BNTPL as an order, but request. So price 0. This is what happens in market order. Size 99 of THE perp. Market order response. So status 4, which might be an error. Order type 77. Trigger price 0. Deviation 100. Stealth 100. Message. Average field price whatever. Field size 99. Regional size 99. Error debug. Take profit as so. This might have worked properly, but then the take profit stop loss was not right. The order has been rejected. Maybe we are not waiting enough. Yeah, I think that's the problem. That we are not waiting enough in here. We should wait 1 second or whatever so that this works as expected. So let me log in here to see if there's any open trade. 1 second please. Let me just check. Give me 1 minute to see if there's something wrong in here. Where the hell is this? And welcome to the stream. Nice stranger that you can type in the chat if you are logged in you know, in YouTube. Okay, let me see. 1 second. I'm trying to log in the other screen. And let's switch account to Gunfire 1. So here we are in Gunfire 1. So I have changed here so that this is Gunfire 1. We have tried to put an order into THC, which we will take a look and see what happens. CHC Chilith. Okay. Yeah, this here it makes sense to make. Oh, have we done this thing here? Have we done this market thing? So the idea is that okay, let me see. This was THE. This was a long trade, isn't it? THC was a long trade, so you don't want a long trade to have a very stop loss, whatever. So we have bought at 3777 and then the take profit is lower. So let's take a look at this. Why take so long to? So we have bought, because this is a market order, we have bought in here, and then we have you know, we have sold at this other value, which is here. So this is what has happened here. But this was a very good trade to go up, but yeah, so somehow I guess that the market price that I thought was the one was around here. So I think that the market price was around here. So it says go market price, and then what happens is that the stop loss was very close to it, and yeah. So I'm not sure. So what happens with such a stop loss, just a take profit that it's less than the market price, is that it ends immediately. You gotta lose. You lose. So I'm not sure how to deal with this stuff because the error has been regarding doing the take profit binding. So I mean, this should fail, but it should not end the stream, end the stream, end the program. So how the hell do we do this? Why is there a problem here? Okay, look at that. Yeah, EA the backlog. Position attempt. What happened? Is it dumps? Okay, so let's go to utils.pi and see what's going on in here. Utils.pi. Okay, so utils.pi has this thing regarding EA the backlog. And so I have a problem. Maybe we should start from here. I have a problem with this method. Yeah. See code below. So when there are exchange arrows and some trades do not work as expected, I am getting this error. Could you please make the method more resilient to Boolean types, or maybe also deal with Boolean types in such a way that it's useful for this debug log. Let's see what the hell does it does. The root cause is that you occasionally pass in NumPy scalar booleans or into data. Based on only suppose that this typically happens because there's a drop in the replacement. Okay. Normalize data before serialization. Okay, so there's a JSON save thing. We also have to improve. Uh, yeah, we also have to import daytime JSON and NumPy, so we will see how all of this goes on. So apparently we need to import nim. So JSON and datetime, I already have those, so no need to import them. Then I just have to, you know, copy paste and replace everything. So this is this AI debug log should be like this, and then we have the JSON save. Let's take a look to see what are the changes that we are actually doing, so that we don't just add the stuff in order to add it. So we have the NumPy thing, we have the JSON save, and then we have guaranteed not to. Log entry, log line. Yeah, I'm going to keep this explanation, and I will remove warranty to whatever, because it's like, you know. I'm not sure if I'm doing this properly. We will see right now. So JSON save, and now we have log entry, which is, so now log entry is in try, and then if something fails, we also debug the problem here, and it always writes to AI debug the log. That's what we wanted to do. utils.py. So this is going to be add JSON logs, or maybe so my question is, this first commit, does it have the method for showing this thing or not? Yes, it has. So I just have to say that this is number 7, and that's it. Okay, so this is number 7. You want to just add JSON logs. Let me check the chat just in case someone talks. Nobody talks. Okay. Yeah, like that. So now I guess that we can close this thing. We can close this thing. We can remove it. Just prepare this thing to be running. And let's take all of the buffers and yeah, update to be using the latest version. So now we can run this thing here. Let's see what happens. In any case, what we are having here is that we have this problem about, you know, doing market trades in some markets which are not useful for this. So if we go to 1 minute, yeah, it's not so much. Is there something in order to delete all the indicators? Remove drawings. Okay. So what they say is, yeah, but this seems like a nice place where to have all of this, but we will see. I also want to see how long did it take for it to reach the conclusion that. So 927, so it didn't take so long in order to find trade, so I'm not sure about this. Let's see what happens now that we don't have that problem. So look at that. Now the trades are different, and so you're probably going. Okay, so so we have all of this. So each and every one of it has been rejected. So the first one is K and C. So if we go into K and C, I think we are going to have exactly the same problem. Oh, wait a moment. K and C seems to have worked, although as you can see, the take profit is in here. I mean, the entry is here, and we are already down there, so the stop loss is very near. But at least we have a take profit and a stop loss, so this is nice. So we will see how this plays out. Then there's the grass one. But why the hell all of these orders are being rejected? So the K and C. Okay. Let's see. Wait a moment, please. Okay, so K and C has gone properly, but the other ones did not go properly. So K and C has gone properly, which is nice. I mean, are we going to win anything with the trade? We don't know, but it has gone well. Okay. How much is this position margin? $5. Okay, not too much, but yeah, it makes sense. And then the other one that it's failing is grass. So let's take a look at grass. And so the idea, what the hell is happening here? Why out of sudden this goes up? Why? I don't know. So grass. Where the hell is this? So if I go here and I search for grass, we will see what the hell does this do. So grass trade history. Yeah, so it's the same thing. To take profit is less than the entry. And here we can sort of find a shoppy pocket. So this one we don't want to trade in here. Yeah, we don't want to trade in here. So maybe we can. So the idea is here is to just let the okay, let me see. So the idea is to just write down what's going wrong here and grass take profit is less than market entry. Reason choppy. It needs to detect better choppiness or give more weight to choppiness. So this is something. So K and C was right. So later on we will pass all of these results to the trade to see to the what's the name, to the LLM to see what it tells us to do. So grass has been rejected. Okay. Next one is TRX. TRX has also been rejected, which I guess is exactly the same thing. TRX. TRX, take profit, it's less than market entry. Reason, we don't know. Let's do it right now. Because TRX is Tron, isn't it? So we shouldn't have so much of a problem with TRX, isn't it? Tron. So Tron in 1 minute, does it look choppy? It doesn't look choppy to me. But let's see what we did in 5 minutes. So if you go to the trade history, take profit is less than the market entry. That's what we have here. So yeah, that's not right. This time there is no choppiness. Okay. Next one. Next one should be Bana. Do we have? Yeah, I think we have the same problem. Bana. Reason this time there is no choppiness. So we don't know what's the actual problem here. I think I'm not going to be able to debug this problem so that it's fed up into the LLM and so on. But we will see. So Bana. Bana. So let's go into Bana to see what happened there. So Bana, we bought at this value and we did take market profit at the lesser value. Yeah. So is there any choppiness in Bana? Because I don't want to trade something that, yeah, there's choppiness. We don't want to trade this kind of trades. Recent choppy. So Bana is not working as expected. What else do we have? XMR, which is Monero, and yeah, the one that uses people in the dark. Monero. Yeah, we have the same problem. Wait, trains short. Monero is also a long trade. Monero. Yeah, so Monero is a short trade. Okay, so if we go and check Monero, we can see how we sell at this price and then the take profit is higher. Yeah, that's it. But if you go 1 minute, this should not be choppy. So this is right. So Monero is okay, so it's like, so it's XMR. And I guess that KNP keeps going on, and it's the only one that it's not going to give us, you know, it's not going to fail to us, because so 5 minutes, I mean the price is very it should go up in order. Oh, look at that, it goes up. Hopefully it goes a bit more up and we can be outside of the trade. So this should be going to 2290, so all of this should be bought by people. So hopefully that's good enough, and we can have a trade. So please give me 5 minutes, please. Okay, so what the hell do we have here? So I think I can do this. Let's make a timer so that we can end the stream in 45 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. So we have all of these problems. I want to just check if this is going to win. For now, we do not know. In any case, I think that this movement is not too big because we have had, 0.50. We might probably lose money here because the take profit is very small, and yeah, because this is working with choppy, markets. So was more or less right, even if the take profit was too small. So these are long trades and these are short trades. So let's fit this thing here into this thing here. So this is the Boolean thing. This is the place where we are deciding improvements and so on. So after applying your suggestions, I have tried to trade with the script. Here there are the results. Here there are the results. Here there are my conclusions. And these are my conclusions. Down here you will find the backlogs so that you can get a better grasp of what it's happening. What it's happening. Please help me improve the script so that choppy so that are not used so often. We don't have so many tight take profits. We don't have take profits that are lower than our market entry. This is long logic. And yeah. And this is the AI debug log. Please ask me for the wait. AI debug log. Let's just open this thing into a file. So it's going to be much easier to copy and paste what's going on in here. Is this going to work as expected? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure there's so much data here, but let's do it anyways. Yeah, dev block. Pasted.txt. What? You can find a dev log in pasted.txt. High debug log. So apparently, if you paste, oh my God, high debug log is attached as pasted txt, and now I'm going to paste trend.py. I mean, not trend.py, but almost that, which is this file here. Hopefully the message is not too big. Damn it, I just cut it. And, I hate all of this. This was not the thing back in the day. Hi. So Freedom Boy says something. Wait a second, I'm trying to say is attached as the second by pasted.txt. Freedom Boy says, hey, you are, is that a question? Hey, you are working on algo trading strategy from many 1 to 2 year. Do you able to make a purchase strategy that you have confident to do algo trading? Yeah. Can you rephrase your question with at the end or maybe rephrase your sentence so that I can understand it better. Thank you. Okay, so now LLM does stuff in here, and I want to take a look at the BTSE thing, which I think we have ended with stop loss. So we have a stop loss, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the price didn't go up as we were expecting because this was like going up. So it ends. Okay. So now it should detect that everything is closed and start a new cycle where everything is going to lose and so on. Okay. But in the meanwhile, we're going to take root causes. So there are 3 distinct failure modes, not one. So take profit less than the market entry. This should never happen logically. So when this happens, it means you're defining take profit from a structure but entering too late in the structure. Yeah, that's right. Specifically, the take profit is this thing here. Take profit is static, but current price may already be above that level. Choppy late entries push price past the optimal. Yeah, we know. It's an entry validation bug. Choppy symbols exceed present too often. So we have this thing here, but the process is too soft. It only scales from 0.5 to 1. It's multiplied at the very end after many boosts. So a choppy symbol with a strong loss still wins if it shouldn't. Tight take profits when take profit is greater than entry. This happens once the ATR is small, early range is narrow, 50 extensions. Design principle. You should adopt important. You already did something very right. Hard rejects should be rare. Most things should be confidence penalties. Yeah, that's what we are actually doing with the LLM, which I wouldn't have done myself because it's always yes or no with the trading view trades. So when you do so many trading view trades, you are used to have this thing about we enter or we do not enter, and that's it. You can stack up very many conditions, you know. So 3 things must remain structural gates. Entry must allow a minimum ratio. Take profit must be meaningfully away from entry. That makes sense. Chopping must cap a score, not just scale it. So here there are some fixes. Let me see. Fix number 1. Enforce minimum RR. This fixes take profit entry. Add this immediately after take profit is computed. Long side. At base data minus current price. Current price minus. I mean, the problem with this is that it assumes that the current price is the one that we are using to. Oh, okay. So we have Freedom Boy question rephrased. You've been coding all the strategies for quite a while. Did any of them actually work for you or give real training success? I mean, no. What I managed to do is to do the risk management properly, so that you don't lose your account in one go. I also had some strategies, but you know, they seemed to work, but then later on they did not work. And the more trades, the more candles you tried those, then you lost. And yeah, so I'm a bit fed up. I am a bit what's the fucking name? Aha, there's night. Yeah, I'm a bit fed up with TradingView, and using Python I have more freedom of what I can do with the trading, and also the LLM helps me to improve it much more than I would be able to do with TradingView. So right now I have a system that has some really successful trades, but they are very few of them, and that's what I want to prove, so that I can remove the trades that do not go so well. And yeah, so I'm not sure this is a trading success, but I think I'm on the good path, you know what I mean? So this enforces the minimum take profit, but this assumes that the current price is the one I'm going to market entry, and that's not right. So I'm going to just ignore this for now. Although we could do that. Take profit. Yeah, I mean, now that we have a lot of them, we could use this thing, but it's not. I don't think this is the problem for having take profit and then use stop loss, you know. So, fix number 2. Make choppiness not a multiplier but a score cap. So instead of just doing this thing, what the hell is this? Final score, max allowed score, choppiness is hot, choppy conf raw. Fix 3, penalize narrow structure, tight TP detector. Early high, early low, structure range. Below 0.6% structure is bad. Above 4% is unstable. Otherwise is okay. Then include this thing. ATR aware TP flow. Preventing profit barely above entry even in clean trends. Yeah. This is not true, but yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me understand this. I mean, the take profit thing I can understand, but let me take a look at this. Make choppiness a score cap, not a multiplier. So max allowed score is this thing here. The final score is, so we have the base score, a live chart score, choppy control, which I don't think it's what it works here. In any case, let's take a look at the current trades. Hopefully one of them is alive, but I'm not sure. No, so I guess that all of the trades have ended wrong. Yeah, there's no need to keep running this thing if it doesn't work as expected. Okay, let's try to apply these improvements one after the other, but maybe the choppiness is in here somewhere. What the hell is the choppiness thing? Choppiness is cool. So choppiness score conf is in here, which is using the final score. And this is based on this code here. Do we have something like a default value? We don't do that. We don't have that. And it's not true that I have caught in all strategies for quite a while. I have been like 1 year or so without coding, so it's not actually true. This is more algo trading because we're using Python and so on, rather than TradingView, which is something else. Okay, let me see. What this does is still strong. Choppy market cannot exceed the ceiling. No amount of candle fit boosting can overshop. Maybe that's right, but maybe we want to be using something else. Base score, final score, max allowed score. Okay, let's try this thing into the final score thing. Wait a moment. So, regarding your suggestion, final score. Regarding your suggestion, give me a drop-in replacement for the current, because I want to see if it removes the choppiness from here or not. Okay, so raw score, which is the base score without choppiness. Nice. Then choppiness is on a score. Neutral. Choppiness score symbol. Wait a minute, choppiness score symbol? So do we have... I mean, the symbol is used everywhere. I mean, we can like do this once and that's it, so that there's no need to ask for the choppiness score in here, which is alive. Yeah, actually the alive conf is based on the choppiness. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is like mixed. Okay, let me read. So choppy cap. Choppy markets cannot produce bigger scores. Max allowed magnitude for the final score, and final score is this thing here. So here there's no choppiness. Is there alive? There's no alive. Wait a minute. Why isn't there alive in here? Is it something that we have managed to miss? Alive chart score. Alive, yeah, okay, so alive is in here. But there's no choppiness, which is what we wanted to have originally. All behavior problematic, so strong trend, Fibonacci candle, image, choppiness. If everything else was strong, choppiness was lost the fight. New behavior, whatever. Okay, so we need to do this, but choppiness score symbol. Let's do this first, so that it makes more sense. So basically what I'm going to do here is we're going to get the choppiness score symbol choppiness score, and we're going to use it down there so that we don't have to call this thing anymore. So in here, do we have to debug any of this? The row score maybe? Yeah. Final score. Yeah, maybe we should wait a minute. I'm not sure what they have done there. Oh my god. So let me add some spaces here just in case. So the final score should be replaced by this thing here. Okay, nice. Final score, whatever. And this is going to go into the other one that it's here. So maybe later on we can, you know, refactor this. For now, that's what it is. So let's copy and paste. I mean, now we should be able to copy and paste what we have up here, isn't it? With the current identity. So there's no need to do something else. We can just replace and we should be good, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so here it is. So what I want to be doing here is to also debug. I want to debug the row score and the so row score. By the way, this is doing choppiness score symbol, a live shot score symbol. We don't want to do that because otherwise we're doing too much. So we want the row score and we also want the final score so that we have that in here. That way the AI can read it. So choppiness score, so this should be around the end. Just replacing choppiness score in here, and we should be fine. So let's try to use this new variable that we have created so that there's no need to calculate stuff twice or thrice. So where's the choppiness stuff? This method, it's too big. So symbol choppiness score should replace every instance of this thing here. So choppiness score, this should be replacing this thing here. So it should be replacing this thing here and this thing here. So let me choppiness as a score, choppiness as a score, which is here. You will ask me, why don't you do find and replace? Well, I prefer to see what I'm replacing and when I am replacing it. So the other one that needs to be fixed is the alive chart score, because otherwise we're doing this twice, isn't it? I mean, many times. and we don't want to do that. So so a live conf row. Yeah, maybe that's choppy conf row. So a live chart symbol thing, it's row actually. So let's try to do this such a way that doesn't need to. So if this is like this, this should be here and we should be fine. Okay, so now we have managed to do this, you know, do this faster, and we are also writing down the row score and the final score so that later on we can, you know, we can debug this with the AI easier with those JSON logs that we are writing down. So right now we have all of this stuff here and there, and so Freedom Boy says, I've noticed strategies work much better when I first watch price and understand the trend and market structure. Once you see a repeatable move, writing the rules and code becomes much easier. I mean, yes, but I don't have time to watch price and understand the trend and market structure. I know that Fibonacci retracement somehow works, and I want to exploit that edge. If it doesn't work, well, you know, doesn't matter. I try another thing, but I know that if you are in an uptrend, it's much better to do an uptrend, and it's much better to enter in an uptrend if you have a retracement. And which values do I have to use as a retracement? Well, I'm going to use the Fibonacci retracements ones, because that's what everyone else is using, and I'm using several levels, not only one level. That's why there are like 5 scripts, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's keep going on. So for now, we are going to add stuff regarding what we have come here, which is which is, you know, so what we're going to save in here is like make choppiness more prevalent. Okay, and now this is just having another of those regarding aided JSON logs. By the aiding JSON logs. So now I can again update all of the scripts, even if I don't run each one of them. I update each one of them. Let's do this again just in case I have missed something. I ran the APA daemon, and I'm going to just run the first one and see what happens. I mean, I haven't checked if there wasn't anything open. There's nothing open here. But look at that. Why is this? And why is this happening in main.py? Filtered symbols. Local variable filtered symbols reference before assignment. This is because I have a comment where I do not change. Okay, let me see. So this only happens when there are trays saved in the database, and I haven't removed that. And this is something that it's new because I am just I have something. So there's filtered symbols. I think that I comment somewhere that there's no need to use any filter symbols or something like that. But for now I cannot find them. Oh, maybe it's the problem is here. Let me see. Yeah, 295. Yeah, so AI debug log filter symbols. This does not exist if we are on. Okay, let me see. I don't know how to fix this. Let's open a new thread because this is too much of a conversation. So this is the one that I like the most, I think. But here there's the method. So this is the method. I am getting this error. Explain me why and how you would fix it. I mean, I know that it's because that filtered variable is not defined, but why it's not defined in the first place? That's what I don't understand. Hopefully it's able to explain to me what's going on into here. So yeah, filter symbols local variable, I know. It was read before it was ever assigned. Where filter symbols is only defined in the else branch. Is that right? So the else branch. Oh, see, I see. So in the else branch, it's defined here. And so if somehow if resume is true, filter symbol is not here. So basically, what we need to do is in the if statement, if this is not defined, just define it to add to an empty value, isn't it? Let's see what it says. There's this later on, whatever. Correct fixes. Initially, defensive function entry recommended. Very top, filter symbols, none. Why this works? No, that's not what I want to do. Want the back login by execution path. If not, resume. Just the back low volatility long symbols, short symbols. Both login inside the else. What will I implement? Clean exact filter symbols, filter by none. Yeah. Okay. Um. Filtered symbols, none. Start a new cycle. Filtered symbols. I mean, filtered symbols. Is it something? Is this something global? Filtered symbols, or is it something that it's just going to be innate to here and that's it? Update symbol registry filter symbols. Okay, let's you know, filter symbols. Filter symbols, filter symbols. Let's do the none stuff, and that's it. Because as this is not global, I think we should be fine. And why the hell do we have low volatility symbols? Low volatility symbols? Is it something that, yeah, it's also... Okay, this makes sense, I guess. I mean, if you resume the low volatility symbols, it's interesting how then when you resume there are some variables that we are not using at all. Yeah, okay, so let's go with what the AI has suggested here. And yeah, so this should be on the top when starting a new cycle. So this means that, yeah, this is going to be reset here, and this doesn't need to be reset anymore because we are resetting it on the top. So we can just remove this thing from here. So now we should be able to debug both of them into here, which is what we want to be doing here. Okay. So yeah, symbol filter, whatever. Let's see how it goes. Status. Sorry, this is not it. And this is going to be fix how fix for login. I don't know how to call this thing. Okay, so we have merged everything into here. Let's run the API daemon and let's try the first script, because why we want to have more stuff. So look at that. So it has detected the stored K and C. K and C is no longer here, and now it's going to start a new cycle to see what's going on. Yeah, actually skipping. I wonder if we're going to have another KNC stuff or whatever. So now we are starting in 1046. So I think that around 1050 we're going to have an answer, because that's the first time we run the script. Hopefully later on somehow we don't get so many trades, but we will see. In the meanwhile, we can do some. Can take a look at 1 hour in Bitcoin that somehow it has gone up. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what's happening here. Oh my god, we have like 10 minutes to end the stream. So I wonder if there's going to be any okay, look at that. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we are having the same problems again and again. Oh, look at that. Projected contracts. We skip this thing. Okay, let's take a look. I mean, first of all, let's cancel this because the stream is going to end very soon. This data will need to be fed up to the LLM again so that it polish the script. Okay, so here we have a problem with Pengu, isn't it? So it's again the same thing. Take profit stop loss is failing. So Pengu, if we go here, and look at that, we have one trade. So if we go into Pengu, is this a choppy market? Let me check. Yeah, this is a choppy market. So let's write this down. Long trades. Pengu was selected, even if it was a choppy market. I mean, being a market choppy or not is something subjective. Yeah, subjective. Then the other one. I mean, before going into the next one, let's take a look at Pengu. Trading history of Pengu. So we have bought here, and the take profit is less. So we are not doing this properly. Okay, that's what we were expecting. Wait a minute, maybe we are not doing this right because we are sending take profit where the short, because maybe the stop, no, because the long trades, there was a long trade that didn't have this problem. Okay, Pengu. The next one is Dot, which should also fail. So let's go to Dot. Polkadot. So what happens with Polkadot in 1 minute? I mean, for me this is not choppy. Dot yeah, the same thing. Take profit margin. Yeah. Take profit lower than the entry. I think this is done because of how it was not a choppy market. Okay, next one. Next one is Pendle. Pendle had, I think it's Pendle. I think it's not the same thing, but something similar. I mean, I don't know what the hell is Pendle, so this might be a choppy market anyways. No, it's not a choppy market, but the trade history says that we have entered and the take profit was lower, so yeah. So take profit lower. What else do we have here? SPX. So SPX. This is a choppy market. There's no need to what else do we have here? We have a stable. Did we have the same problem with the stable? SPX. Yeah. Stable is going to have the same problem, but let's take a look and see if it's choppy or not. So stable and so this is, I'm not sure. Stable, even if it was more or less a choppy market. I mean, I don't know how to classify this thing, but it's not choppy like the other ones, but it's like it has a lot of spaces around here, so I'm not sure how to define this thing. So what else do we have? We have a stable, we have GLM. So wait a minute, the stable was short trades, so short trades. Short trade, so stable. GLM. So GLM, did we have a problem with GLM? No. And SEC. So GLM, okay, let me see. When, okay, more or less. Now we're going to check what's going on with GLM and SEC. SEC. Was skipped. I mean, this is not an error. That's okay. And this is a block. So GLM, which is the only one that has made a cut. I mean, right now it has ended, so probably we have lost it. But GLM, as you can see here, we have it here. So yeah, we just remove this because I don't know why we remove this. So GLM, let's take a look. So GLM, did we do something right? So this was a short, isn't it? Yeah, so we shorted and then there was a buy, which means that stop market, that this was right, but somehow the price has moved a lot. And this is because it's choppy. Okay, so GLM was selected even if it was a choppy market. I don't care if the take profit was okay or not. So need to fit all of this and the AI debug log into the LLM. I mean, currently currently the API daemon is working. So that choppiness is not so present. So and and the current 10 method. Okay, so this is what we need to do the next day. You know what I mean? So that we can test all of this properly. So this is going to be all for today, for this video, for this session in any case. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to, I mean, thanks to Freedom Boy, which was on the chat and gave his piece of his advice. So thank you very much to everyone. Bye.